So for those asking how I met this dress, this is the procedure I took. This is just like a rough briefing. Assuming you're working for a petite person, like normal size, that's for 60 to 60, in 60 to 60, then here is for the rib. This is just the normal knitting, the way we normally knit straight. You get, so let's assume that here is 50 rows. You get, then from here to here is 150 rows before you remove for armpit level. Then from here to here is 250. From here to here is 250. Sorry, that's from here to here. From here to here is 250. Here is 100. You get, shoulder to shoulder, from neck to shoulder level is 4 inches. It's 4 inches. So let's say here to here is 8 inches. You get, then from your warp to where you remove for the first armpit remover is 3 inches from both sides. Now let's rotate this work the other way around. Let me resketch this. Please don't mind my sketch. So here it is. Here is still your pin 60 to 60. Then here to here is your rib of 50 rows. 50 rows. Here to here is your 150 rows. So if you measure for your machine, you won't really know how many rows 180 rows is, and 150 rows is. So let's work with the inches here now. Let's assume that you're doing for an adult that the height from shoulder level to down is about 25 inches. Let's say 25 inches. So rib, assume that your rib have taken 2 inches out of the 25. You have 23 remaining. So here to here is 23, and normally here to here is 9 inches. You get, so 9 inches here. The remaining should be, the remaining should be 14 inches. So from here to here is giving me 14 inches. Then you transfer this 14 inches measurement from your machine. Just transfer 23 to 23 inches to your machine, placing 0. Here will be the origin. So 23 divided by 2 is 11.5 inches. So here is going to give you 11.5, here 11.5. You get for the 23. Now you transfer this measurement to your sewing machine using your measuring tape. So once you're done with that, you now remove 9 inches from this way. You remove 9 inches, which will stop at 14 inches. Let's assume that from here, from your here, because we are doing this after we are done with the main work, so we are focusing on this other side. We are not doing the rib this way. We're focusing on this other side first. Working with this now, we have removed the 9 inches. Let's assume that here is 80, here is 30, here is 80. That's from pin 30, and here is pin 0. Let's say this is your pin 0 now. So you have your 30, 0 to 80 here, then 0 to 80 here. 80 to 30 is giving you 9 inches. So you are not going to cast here on. You're going to work with 30 to 80 first. Working with 30 to 80, you have to erap on all the pins. Erap on all the pins and knit till you have 3 inches. This 3 inches here upside down, which is from here to here. You get 3 inches. So you must have knit 3 inches from here to here. You now erap to this, to pin 80. You erap to pin 80 and continue knitting straight. You get till you've gotten, we have 4 inches here. 4 inches plus 3 inches, we're having 7 inches. Yeah, you really need to work with your tape very much here, because you will be needing to be checking your distance every time. So we have 7 inches here. This 7 inches now, from here to here, we already know is 8 inches. Now you start your pin remover. You start removing your pins. Knit 1, knit 2, remove 1, knit 2, remove 1. I don't know how you do your pin remover, but once you have gotten this curve from the remover, you now knit straight few rows. You can knit 15, you can knit 16, you can knit 20, depending on how broad you want the shoulder to be. Then you start adding back the pins. Knit 1, knit 2, remove 1. Anyhow you did it here, you repeat the same pattern and get the pins back to working position. Now knit straight to 4 inches. Knit straight to 4 inches. Cast out from pin 80 to 30. You get cast out from here to here, and now work with this place till you get to 3 inches again. Then you cast out. Once you're done casting out, you now rotate your work. You have to rotate your work to this side, rotate it upside down, rotate it upside down, upside down. Now place here to the machine. You get place here to the machine and do your rib. That's when you now be able to do your rib, choosing any tension of your choice. So once you're done, you can now place the hand. You already know what to do from there. Thank you so much for staying tuned.